This is Thomas Aquinas, an influential Catholic philosopher who is considered one of the greatest thinkers in philosophy and Christian theology. But what if I told you that without Islamic philosophy, Thomas Aquinas might not as exist as we know him today? Well, in today's video, we are going to uncover the impact of Islamic theology on the Christian thinkers. Let's dive right in. During the Islamic Golden Age, which was in the 8th to 14th centuries, Muslim scholars were at the forefront of intellectual advancement, and they were the ones that actually translated, preserved, and also expanded upon the Greek philosophy, while also embedding it within the Islamic worldview. And some of the Islamic scholars that were prominent for these achievements included Al-Farabi, who was also known as the second teacher after Aristotle. He advocated for a virtuous society led by wisdom and justice, and his political philosophy deeply influenced Christian thought on governance and ethics. Now, Al-Farabi showed that a harmonious society is built on unity of reason, ethics, and faith, which of course was a message that resonated with majority of the Christians that were seeking guidance in the modern times. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, was known for his works and thoughts on metaphysics, medicine, and theology. In his seminal work, the Book of Healing, Ibn Sina explored the nature of the soul, the existence of God, and also the purpose of humans on earth. And Ibn Sina's metaphysical ideas directly influenced Christian scholars like Thomas Aquinas because it helped him to understand the essence of God and the soul. Ibn Rushd, also known as Averroes, believed that faith and reason could coexist, and his commentaries on Aristotle were translated into Latin, which revolutionized Christian theology during his time. Averroes' work helped Christian thinkers reconcile rational inquiry with divine revelation, which provided intellect as a gift from God, which was used to understand his creation, because everything about God was complex and the human brain could not process it all. So the only way that could be done was to look at theology and philosophy. But how did these scholars actually influence Christian thinkers? Because they were on top of their game in the 8th to 14th centuries, yet they needed help from the Islamic world. Now, all the scholars that I have mentioned were Arabs, which means that their works could have only been in Arab and could have only stayed within the Islamic world. Yes, that was not what happened, because majority of the Islamic scholars' work were translated into Latin, which was a universal language during that time. And so during the medieval period, the books were translated by these philosophers, and these books were studied by European scholars. So it was through this exercise that Thomas Aquinas, one of Christianity's greatest theologians, openly engaged with the works of Ibn Sina and Ibn Rushd, and both of their ideas helped him to formulate key theological principles such as harmony of reason and faith, and it also helped him in understanding God's attributes. But one of the enduring legacies of Islamic philosophy is its emphasis on harmonizing faith and reason, because people were not understanding the religious bodies that were around, and everyone was trying to explain things according to their own understanding. And so this concept actually influenced the Christian thinkers to make important changes to their understanding of God and to adhere to the true principles of their faith. Why should this matter to Christians today? Well, there are three reasons why it should matter to them today. And the first reason is that in order for them to get a deeper faith through knowledge. You see, the importance that Islamic philosophy has placed on rational inquiry and spirituality encourages Christians to deepen their understanding of their own faith by also embracing both revelation and intellect in terms of religions. The second reason is that it serves as an ethical guidance for modern time. The Muslim philosophers like Al-Ghazali and Al-Farabi stressed on moral virtues such as justice, compassion, and humility. And these values aligns with Christian teachings and also provides a framework for addressing today's moral challenges. But why do we still find it difficult to get some of the Christians to understand what you're trying to say? Well, this is because they have left the roots of their beliefs. And once they grasp it back, then everything will fall in line for them. The third point is that it brings about bridge building through shared value, because studying Islamic philosophy offers Christians an opportunity to appreciate the shared intellectual heritage of both traditions and also fostering mutual respect and interfaith dialogues between us. But that is not what we see today, because once a Muslim says something, instead of them to make an inquiry to know more, they just end up insulting or saying something harmful. And this is not how we are supposed to coexist. We have a shared heritage. In fact, we have a shared bloodline. And so Islamic philosophers have actually paved a way for Christians to engage deeply with their faith. And without the contributions of these Islamic scholars, the Christian theology as we know it might as well not exist. And whether you're a Muslim or not, you have to understand this shared history, because it will remind you of the interconnectedness of human thought. And as for those thinking that Islam did not bring anything to the table in terms of achievement, well, this video is for you. Or you can check out this video for more information. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.